Hello, everyone. Hello. I hope you're all doing well. I'm Jake. I'm one of the co-organizers for Pi Data Ghana. And if this is your first time joining us or you don't really know much about us, let me just give us a little bit of introduction. So we are Pi Data Ghana. We are part of the global Pi Data community. And basically what Pi Data is about. It's a global community for data scientists and data science enthusiasts to discuss technologies and methodologies and also share and learn how to use open source tools. So basically, we're just an open community about data science and data science tools. It is a global community, and this is the Ghana chapter. Now, talking about the global community, there is an upcoming conference in November, I believe the second week in November. So yeah, you should check that out. That is a conference that you should put on your calendar. If you follow us on Twitter, that's Pi Data Ghana. We will be sharing more about this conference in the upcoming days. Yeah, so I did mention that we are Pi Data Ghana and we are part of the Pi Data Global Community. But in Ghana, we're actually an initiative under the Python Community Software Ghana. Now, this is a body in Ghana that constitutes a lot of groups and user groups such as the Pi Ladies Ghana, the Pi Clubs, the Pi Scholars, basically a lot of Pi stuff, all with the aim of pushing and the use and understanding of the Python, open source Python language. So yes, we are a member of this community here in Ghana. And basically, Pi Data Ghana is an initiative under Python Software Community Ghana. So if you check our flyer, you would see our handles for social media of Python Ghana as well. That said, so that's more of the preface, giving an introduction as to who we are and what we're about. So why are we here today? So well, it's actually been quite a while that we got together and then did a meeting or anything of that kind. And yeah, the pandemic has actually introduced a conundrum when you try to organize physical meetings. So yeah, but it also has opened the avenue for a lot of virtual meetings. So yeah, we thought it was that, yeah, it's actually been a while. So if we can't really do it in person, yeah, we should just get on the bandwagon and start doing some virtual meetings. So this is an idea to start virtual meetings. And this is the first, and hopefully it's going to be the first of many. So that said, if after this meeting you have any thoughts, any ideas you want to share with us, follow us and communicate with us on Twitter. That is Pi Data Ghana at Pi Data Ghana. You can reach us via email, pidatagana@gmail.com. You can also actually reach out to me too on the number of social media platforms. I am Pajek. So yeah, that is that. And finally, we can just set the ball rolling. But I'm not going to be your host for today. So today your host is actually my colleague, co-organizer, who is Ahmad, whom I would now be leaving the podium for. So Ahmad, over to you. Oh, and before I leave, yeah, one more thing, one channel that you should take notice of is you can also join us on Slack. To also help communicate as part of the channels that I shared. So to get an invite to join us on Slack, it's bit.ly link. So that is bit.ly/Pi Data Ghana on Slack. That is bit.ly/Pi Data Ghana on Slack. You can get yourself an invite and then join us on Slack so that, yeah, we can communicate during the future. And also don't forget to join our meetup group. That is the main way we communicate our meetups. Okay, so I'm done talking, enough of the blabbering. Let's start today's agenda. So Ahmad, over to you.
Thank you very much, Jake. I hope everyone can hear me. I hope my volume is clear enough. Awesome. Thank you, Jake. So I can imagine most of us are are trying to get into the data science field. And one of the main challenges is, how do I build my self around this data science thing? How do I get a job? How do I build my career around this data science thing? And yeah, so this event is to help us, build our skills and build our portfolio for us to be able to land that data science job that we have always been looking for or that we have been seeing out there. So who's going to be talking to us about this is Benjamin Umeh. Benjamin Umeh is a data scientist at mPharma, and he'll be talking to us about how to develop our portfolio as a data scientist today. So Benjamin, over to you.
Yes, good afternoon all and welcome to this presentation. As Ahmed rightly said, first of all, can anyone hear me? Great, great. Let me share my screen before I continue. Can you guys see my screen too? Just a minute. Hi guys, welcome once more. Can you make a sound to show that you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you. You're good.
Perfect. All right, so you're welcome to this presentation. As Ahmed has rightly introduced, my name is Benjamin Umeh, and I work as a data scientist with mPharma. mPharma is a pharmaceutical technology company that is based off of Ghana and has branches in 5 other African countries, including Israel, and we have representatives in other parts of the world. Yes, data science, as they say, is the most sexiest job of the 21st century, right? And I see it as a science of sciences, basically because there are no aspects of human endeavor that you can't really have applications for data science. So to start off this presentation, I want to share this slide, and this is just the title of the presentation, Developing a Portfolio as a Data Scientist. And once more, you're welcome, Akwaba. I hope I said it well. Welcome to the presentation. Yeah, so before we go on, there are some very useful quotes that I like us to remember, that I like sharing. And the first one is by Peter Sundergaard. And he says, information is the oil of the 21st century. And analytics, which is actually what data scientists do, is the combustion engine. He's actually not far from the truth, because with the recent deployment of the GPT-3 that can basically do almost everything, it's like a general purpose artificial intelligence. With that, we know that data science, which actually mine information and insights from data, is the new oil. Yeah. Also, I like sharing this quote too that says, allow yourself to be a beginner no one starts off being excellent. Yeah, so this is one of my secret. I like asking questions. I see myself as a beginner. No matter how high you are, no matter what level of leadership you might be, you are a beginner in one thing or the other. So let's start out there. Yes, so this is the breakdown of what we're going to be looking at today. First of all, it would be nice for us to really understand what a data science portfolio is, and also why is it necessary? Why is it important? Then thirdly, we'll look at some of the projects to include in your data science portfolio. And while doing that, we'll also consider some other things before we finally come down to how to package and present your data science portfolio. By the way, if anyone needs to, if I need to be stopped, you are free to just interrupt and let me know if there's something I need to do. Having said that, let's ride on. Good. So the first point, what is a data science portfolio? A data science portfolio is a collection of data science projects, which serves as a public evidence of your data science skills. So by projects, the project can take various forms. It can be like your Python script or your Jupyter notebook or an app that you've run already. It can even be blog articles that you wrote pertaining to data science and the use of Python in data science. So it's basically a collection of all your projects, something that you'll be proud of, and something to also show people that you are actually a data scientist in the true sense of it. Yeah. So if you have any question, you can ask questions. You can send it to the chat, and maybe at the point I can stop a while and answer some of the questions. I don't know how Ahmed, you want to coordinate that. So that is what a data science portfolio is, the collection of your projects. Good. So why is it necessary? Why do we need to have a data science portfolio? The first and the most important point is actually to build employers' trust, right, by compensating for lack of experience or a strict data science degree. First of all, I know that a couple of universities have started doing masters and even BSc programs in strictly data science, but we don't have so many people right now that have a strictly data science degrees. For example, people that come and say, okay, I have masters in data science. It's either one form of quantitative science or computer science. And there are actually no standard way of really saying that this person is a good data scientist. And so one of the ways that people compensate for that is to build projects. And you really can't help but build projects, because if you're passionate about data science, if you're enthusiastic about it, you won't even have to do it just for the job, because you'll find yourself just building projects and enjoying what you do. Also, employers also want to know if if the person they are about to employ will be capable of performing, especially for those that don't have required experience now, because employers will tell you, I need 5 years experience, 2 years experience, 3 years experience. They don't even care. So one way of compensating for lack of experience for some of us who have not held one data science role is to go ahead and build projects. By the way, I love building projects, so if it will help get me a better job or a good job, then it's just an addition. yeah, so apart from that first point, which is building employers' trust, the next thing is ease the burdensome task of filling data science position on the part of recruiters. There are a lot of data science openings out there, but the problem of filling them is also huge. We have a lot of people, or so many of us, that say we are data scientists, but we kind of not able to pinpoint. The employers are finding it difficult to actually measure your match to the open role. So you might be actually a match for that role, but if you don't package yourself very well, especially when it has to do with your portfolio, you might miss on roles that you can actually handle very well, even if you apply for them. So a well-packaged data science portfolio actually helps recruiters to pinpoint the real data scientists that will match perfectly to the position that is open. Also, while we are out trying to impress employers or to give them evidence of our skills, we should also let the projects truly reflect our skills, right? So, because if you tell people what you are not, and they believe you and they give you the opportunity, and you don't deliver, that can be a heartbreak. So my advice is really do the job, do the projects, execute them, run them in your system, right? Uh, there are a lot of things that might happen. The system the other person is using might not be exactly your system. Your system might have some specific challenges. So make sure you run this project. Make sure you do that in your system. Localize it. Get a hold of it. Yeah, because that will help you to build confidence. To help you build confidence, because when you speak with employers or whoever you want to speak with, your voice, the confidence in your voice is enough to convince that person that you are the right person for the job. So really doing the project yourself, really working on them, helps to build your confidence, and it also helps to familiarize you with the errors and blockers associated with real life projects. Because the project you'll be building in your portfolio might not be very, very far from the ones you'll be doing when you get to the job. So the blockers and errors that you might experience while building these projects might be a perfect simulation of what you will face when you get to the job. Let me know if I'm too fast and I can slow down. Next, projects to include in a data science portfolio. First of all, since the purpose of the portfolio is to really convince employers, which is in the final analysis, that is actually the bottom line. Since that is the bottom line, that's to convince employers, we must make sure we channel our portfolio to match what employers are looking for. This is because the frontier of data science application is advancing to more industry with each passing day. Like I said before, data science, the application of data science is almost everywhere now. I personally, I don't think there is any aspect of human endeavor right now that data science can't be applied. It's just for us to think about it, and we start making huge changes in these areas. So as the application of data science increases, so the need for us to really find out how to make impact in these areas with data science. One of the areas that data science is encroaching into now, speedily now, is of course health and finance. Also, there's people that do algo trading. Yeah, a lot of other aspects that are data science is encroaching. So we need to open our minds and try to see what part of these new sectors that we can make changes. A single project is even enough for you to land a very big job. I remember the first data science job I got. Then I was still building my portfolio, but what I actually did was I just sent one of my projects with the application. And when they went through the project, they were convinced. And I didn't do much other interview, and I just got the job, right? So look out for very interesting projects. Like this second point said, I said projects should be about interesting data sets, especially those relating to the industry you are interested in. There are a lot of projects out there like the Titanic data sets, the classification, the Irish data sets. Those are good, you can do them. But to really stand, a lot of people have those projects in their portfolios. To really stand out, to really get meaningful roles, you need to work your brain. You need to look at the various sectors, try to get one of the problems, see how you can apply data. It doesn't have to be getting serious solutions. It might just be like an exploratory, the problem, or even describe what the problem is. And that might be your starting point in launching a great career in data science. So the following point is actually, it follows from it. It says be curious, think of potential analysis that can be done in specific industries and try to do them. Generally, whatever industry data we choose to work with, our project should address the following skills that employers look out for. So yeah, so let's actually look at some of the things that employers look out for in data scientists. The first one is the ability to extract insights from raw data and also to appropriately visualize them, because you can get insights, but you need to present it in such a way that people will easily assimilate the insight that you get from the data. And I give an example here. An example is extracting possible drug abuse cases from drug sales data. For example, you might have a huge database of drug sales daily, to specific customers. You can decide to dig into that data and try to find out if there are particular customers or maybe retail outlets that are engaged in or that are facilitating drug abuse. Or you can even try checking out which from the drug sales, you can find out which ailment or which sickness is prevalent in a particular part of the country. Or you can even check out what are the seasonal variations. When do a particular ailment get increases and when does it reduce, so that you can actually make a policy recommendation and say, okay, based on this data, based on my finding, I discovered that malaria at this point, at this particular period, increases. So we should try to put measures in place to reduce the level, at that particular point. So these are some of the insights you can get. There are a lot of insights. It's just for us to work our brain. It's very, very important for us to know how to task our brain. We should think about solutions. And one good thing about tasking our brain is the more you do that, the more matured and strong our brain becomes. Secondly, another example is projects that offer direct values to customers. You might be working in a company and your project, like we all know, data science is all about adding to the company's bottom line. It's all about generating revenue, either by increasing it's all about adding to profit, either by increasing revenue or reducing cost. So we must have that at the back of our mind. You might not be the principal data scientist at any point in time. You might just be one of the new ones. But if you have that at the back of your mind, and when you interact with management, that really sends a strong signal. And also you can try out projects that capture this understanding, like, for example, projects that helps to get products that will likely sell in the coming days for your retail customers. For example, you are working in a company that services retail customers, and you might want to do a data science analysis that try to tell them, oh, next week, these are the couple of products that would sell. So position yourself to make sure they are available. And you can even drill down to find out, okay, these are the particular time when they sell much. So that if the person normally takes a break at that time, he'll have to take a break earlier and make sure he catches the seasonal windfall. So that he doesn't miss his revenue, the impact of that on his revenue. So these are some of some projects that directly create values to customers. There are also projects. So these are some of the things that employers will really get impressed with. I'm not going to tell you do or machine learning or do this. You need to find, like I presented, there are data downstairs that you can look into and find out how to produce some of these projects. Or it might just be an article. You can write an article relating to this project. You can start from there. You can do an exploratory data analysis, just to let employers know, wow, this guy is actually in line, right? Then also project that display your Git skills. For other people in the tech world, data engineers and others, Git is not a big deal for them, but for some people that are enthusiasts, data science enthusiasts, they've not been giving so much attention to Git, especially now that data science is fast becoming a remote role. So, and Git is at the heart of collaboration in tech. So you must display your knowledge of the use of Git try to do projects that use Git. As a matter of fact, because most of your portfolios will be hosted in Git, try to document them, try to use most of the features in Git to really prove to the employers that you know how to use Git. As a matter of fact, some employer actually specify it as one of their requirements. Yeah, so let's move on. Let's see what next we have. Yeah, so now another thing is a cursory understanding of data science strategy and roadmap. In essence, how data science can possibly factor into an organization. Yes, I've kind of hinted on this already, but let me drive it down now. You might get an opportunity to come for an interview. Once you do that, I'll advise that you do a research on the company. Every company tries to produce some kind of add value to some kind of service or product, right? When you add value, and then you get a return for the value you're adding. So there's a value addition process from the raw material, be it just Python script or be it service or products. There's a process for adding those services. So one thing I did when I joined my current job was to do a serious analysis of the job, right? So I actually had a detailed strategy and strategy guide of how data science can really impact on all the various aspects of the organization. So you might not have a deep understanding of it, but just have that's why I call it a cursory understanding. Just like an overview. This is how data science might fit into this organization, and this is the future of data science in this particular organization. Yeah, so like as I was saying, when I was being interviewed, I as a matter of fact, I started listing analysis and things that we would need to be doing. And my interviewer was so impressed, and he was even thanking me that I've not come in, but I'm already like helping to, advise on the way forward. So these are some of the things that you can do to really definitely convince your employer that you are the right person for the job. It might not be a big deal, just an overview. Just think about it. Your brain is a machine. There's no machine greater than your brain. If you task it, it will produce results. Task it, okay, how can we really apply data science? And thank God we have a huge knowledge base there, the internet. You can always access the internet. And if you have access to the GPT-3, that's just like another brain. You just type anything there and it gives you a result. So these are some of the things we need to do. And more reasons why you need to have that cursory understanding of data strategy is because some employers right now do not know what to look out for. That's the truth. They know that data science might be useful for their job. Data science is a buzzword right now, and they perceive that data science might be good for their job, but they can't pinpoint the particular things to look out for. But if you go there and you have this data science strategy and roadmap mindset, you'll be like not only an employer but a consultant to that. Not only an employee but a consultant to that employer. I actually had an experience in one of my former role. So they actually didn't have an idea, a clear idea, So when I got there, I actually started building everything from the scratch, and they want to turn you into a magician, just give us the secret of all the success in the world. So having this kind of data science strategy mindset will really help you, especially because what we are working for is to get to the peak of our career. So why not start now? Someday you're going to be a principal data scientist or a chief data scientist. So this is one way of starting off with that. Then another thing is try to build end-to-end projects, because end-to-end project actually shows that you understand the life cycle of data science products. You can build projects that get the raw data. This actually cuts across both data architecture and data engineering, then also to front end, right? Because there's what we call full stack data scientists, right? Somebody that can build a data science product from beginning to end without actually, without needing little or just simple assistance from other people in the tech life cycle. So try to build some end-to-end projects. I know there are a lot of open source tools out there that you can use to achieve this. One thing I've done is try to build a streaming analytics using only open source tools, and that was a kind of very, very good thing to do. If you can do that, I mean, it's something you can use to brag. You can brag about that to any employer. Yeah, so I built this product, and what it does is gets the raw data from the input level, stores it into a temporary database, transforms it into the form you want it, does analysis with it, then presents the results in real time to the end users. So that's one good project that we can look out for. Then also do data science competitions. Kaggle is a very popular one. There are other ones too, but Kaggle is a very good one. I must say that if you can do Kaggle competitions and try as much as possible to be among the top 10, so you can do it. If others can do it, why not you? So that way, one benefit of that, apart from building your portfolio, is that it gives you the confidence you need to face the data science world, because it's relatively new And the people that will be going in now will be the pioneers, and the people that will face the challenges, that will solve the problems for those that will be coming in. So doing this will really help to strengthen your resolve. Next, we'll look at another thing is, yeah, so like I mentioned before, during when I was talking about building an end-to-end project, try to showcase some project that, try to do project that showcase some of some skills, little skills in the area of big data and data engineering, you know, because right now, everything is becoming interwoven right now. Some employers, they ask for a data scientist, but they ask you, we need you to also know some of these other data engineering skills. For example, they ask for BigQuery, PySpark, some of the tools in the Google Cloud platform, even Kafka, NiFi, and Beam. So these things are not out of the world. When you have consolidated your data science skills, you might take out time to check out some of these ones and understand how they work, and include do tasks that use them, do data science tasks that employ these things, and be sure to really highlight that you know these things in your portfolio. Then also remember to make a list of the off-the-shelf data science and machine learning algorithms you may have worked with. We are fortunate to have a lot of algorithms already in place, both in machine learning and even data science. So most of what we do is look for the algorithm that really applies to our problem and get the off-the-shelf algorithm. By off-the-shelf, I mean algorithms have already been created. You get it, apply it to your data, get your results. So there are a lot of them. There's some very serious ones, like the one that Facebook use, depth first and breadth first. There are also this, dynamic optimization algorithms. There are a lot of them. If you've used anyone, make sure you state them, right? The traveling salesman, if you've applied any task that use these ones, make sure you include them. Make a list of them. The Tower of Babel, the rod cutting examples, the coin changing algorithms. If you used them, you can do. I will advise that you do projects that actually employs these things, right? And make a note of them, because on a more serious note, some very serious data scientists, recruiters, they look out for this, the use of these algorithms. And also some jobs might be, some openings might just be like, what all you have to do in that particular place might be just to be applying one of these algorithms. That might be the only thing you might be doing. You just be changing it in different forms, you know, to meet the need of the company. So there are some companies that want that particular algorithm, the solution that algorithm gives. So if you have used it, make sure you highlight it. Yeah. So we are almost coming to the end of this presentation. I also have some links to some good data sets that you can use for your analysis, for your projects. There are a couple of them. When they share this slide, you can lay your hands on them and really dig deep. Yes, data science is about passion. And when you have the passion, you will scale. The knowledge is out there. It's just for you to ask for it. And next is packaging and presenting your data science portfolio. Like I mentioned before, your project can be in any of the following forms. It could be a Python script, just a .py file. It could be a Jupyter notebook where you enumerated everything. It could be a deployed app, like in the case of the end-to-end data science project I talked about. It could be, and also please try to use some of these deployment platforms. Try your hands on Heroku. It's not a big deal. If you have an app, you can try deploying it to Heroku. Heroku has a free part of it. So there are some things you do that you can do for free in Heroku. You don't have to pay before you deploy some of your apps. Then also you can build interactive dashboard. That's one thing that normally sells. When you put it in your project. And some of the open source tools you can use is Dash. We build dashboard with Dash, and also Bokeh, right? And the Dash, basically what Dash does is it wraps your Python script in a Django script, and gives you an endpoint that will come up to either your local machine or that you make available to the front end people. Yeah. So, but Dash has an open source part. It's basically an open source. It's only if you want to make it an enterprise that you start paying off. Also, there's this Metabase. If you know how to do SQL, you can build some dashboards in Metabase and provide a link. The Metabase also is an open source tool. You can build some dashboards, provide a link. And also blogs, articles. Yes, write-ups. They are a very vital part of your project, especially because it tells the employer that you have the communication skills, that you are not just a robot that can code, right? So good articles is an integral part of your, should be an integral part of your collection of projects. Then next is how do you host your projects, right? So your projects can be hosted, or there are links listed in GitHub. You have a repo in GitHub where you host most of your projects, especially your Python script, your Jupyter notebook. Basically, almost everything can be pushed to GitHub, and you share the links. Also, some even go ahead to have personal portfolio websites. But if you can't do that, I think GitHub and GitLab, they are very good. And also, definitely, importantly, you should include links, or at least a list in your CV or your resume when you share them, right? I think this is about all. The next thing is, yes, some helps and further readings. So these are some of the things, some of the areas you can check in case you need further information on how to build a job landing data science portfolio. Madasi, thank you. So this is the end of the presentation. If you guys have any questions, this is the time to ask. Thank you very much, guys. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Hello, I'm guessing Ahmad is facing some technical challenges now, so I'll just step in a little bit till he comes back. So we have some few questions if you would like to take them. Francis is asking, is machine learning required to qualify someone as a data scientist?
Yeah, yes, definitely. Machine learning is is an integral part of data science and even deep learning and neural networks. Yeah, but at a start, for a start, you might not be doing machine learning. It depends on uh, the area you're put. But from experience, I've seen that most data scientists or even data analysts, they start with even just the ability to query the data. That's SQL, right? I know this is a PyData platform, but SQL is very important.
Oh
As you
yes.
learn SQL,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, SQL is
Yeah.
important. Okay, so yes, machine learning is important. It's a vital need because you might get there and the task you'll be given to solve might just basically be a machine learning problem. So it's very important.
Okay, and one point of information. Although our name is Pi Data Ghana, and we are also a member of Python software community, but the Pi Data global community, we are open to all tools data related. So it doesn't matter whether it's not just Python, like whatever tool. Usually just interested more in the open source tool. So any open source tool that can help you in your data science, data analytics space, we are open to it. And then that goes to our next question, which says, what's the difference between a data scientist and a data analyst?
Yes, a data scientist is a fuller version, right? A data analyst is someone that uses basically like SQL and some little exploratory data science tools, right? Like data science is the bigger version of a data analyst. So, but a data analyst also must have like a business angle of the job. A data analyst is someone that has business angle of the job and now is moving into core data science. So me, I basically see it as a transition stage from moving to the core data science. But some people prefer to just stay there. They don't want to go into the deeper part of learning all these algorithms and getting to do all those big data science tasks. So they're just okay with using some of the Python and the SQL they need to achieve some of the business skills and do their visualization and build dashboards, right? So analysts are basically like people that get the business tools, build an analysis, visualize this analysis. So they just want to they're okay with that for now. But as analyst, you have a huge opportunity to grow to being a full-fledged data scientist that can work in any company. Yeah.
Okay, so that seems interesting. So the data analytics more like it's more of the subset skills a data scientist needs.
Perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, because a data scientist must have a data analyst skills too. Yeah.
Okay, then Joanna goes on to ask, then at what point should one start specializing? I don't know what she's preferring. She's asking that whether maybe specializing as a business analyst or data engineer or machine learning engineer. I don't know if that's the angle she wants to go, but yeah, at what point does one look at specializing in a particular path?
Yes, that's a very good question, I must say. But if you want to specialize, it's a very good thing because you can't be a master of all. But right now, as a beginner, you are like a master of all, right? Specialization usually, the job placement you are in usually helps to determine what you should specialize on. If you get your first data science job and where you are now is what you use mostly is machine learning, you can start building you start expanding your capabilities around that, what your job needs. But I usually advise data science is applicable in almost every industry. So what you just need to do is study that industry and see how you can apply data science. But to mention, there are specific there are specializations. For example, we have things like supply chain data scientists or supply chain analyst.
Okay.
You know, they have different specialization, but the specializations usually comes with what you find yourself doing at any point in time.
Nice.
So if you really want to specialize, what I will advise you to do is when you get your first data science job, if you think that's where you want to specialize, fine. But if not, you look out for that area you want to specialize. Then when you get it, then you can settle down and build your capabilities around the job function. Yeah.
Okay, so in other words, let the business requirements kind of play a role in you determining what path you take.
Perfect. That's a perfect plan.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Joanna was also further asked about, I believe it's more of an advice on career building, like how you started from the beginning, how was it like, and what's your advice to, add on to your skills and grow?
Yeah, so it was really kind of tough. I ventured into data science. Yeah, so the urge to be a data scientist has been there since even before I heard about data science. I did economics in my first degree, and I'm the econometrics person, right? The statistics person. So when I heard about data science, I was saying, "Oh, this is like God sent." So, but basically, I started with when I was doing my master's in financial engineering. Of course, we use Python and R and also machine learning to work with that, and that really opened me up. So, but while I was still doing my master's, I got a job as a data scientist. Like as I said, then I was still building my portfolio. I've not even had a standard portfolio to share. But what I just did was I got a job. I saw an application. I knew it was what I could do because basically the projects I've been doing already in my program was actually what is even more than what they're asking for. So I just picked one of my very good projects, attached it to my application, I sent it, and I got the job. But the funny thing about that is like it was a new company that are looking for somebody to, they want to set up a data science desk. So it was really tough, right? Because you have to meet the needs of the business users, people that come to you, do this analysis for me, do this for me. And I was like the only one. And you need to also have a roadmap, build a roadmap, right? So it was challenging, and we should look out for such things. But the most important thing is, while you're doing the job, you must be developing yourself. See every task that you are given as a way of building your skills. It doesn't. Nobody takes it from you. That's why when you come to me and say, "Oh, please help me," I don't see it as helping you because I'm just seeing this as, "Oh, I want to conquer more grounds," right? If I help you with it, I've conquered that ground. So any task you're
always be open to take on new challenges and then just pursue
it. Yeah. So when they approached me that I should come and take this, I was blocked with a lot of tasks, but I need to also conquer this ground too, right? So my advice is be open. There's no problem that is impossible to solve, right? So solve all. If you can't find it, if you can't understand it, you can reach out to a lot of people. You can even go to LinkedIn, and if you see somebody I think you can make friends with the person before chat and start asking questions.
Yeah, so try and network, and also can even join communities such as these so that you can network
exactly,
and then just share ideas here and there.
Wow. Perfect. So this is a very good this community. I must thank the guys that set it up. It's a very good way of because during our time I didn't have this opportunity. But if for those of us that are coming up now, this Pi Data and all these platforms, they are a very good way of becoming of entrenching your data science skills. And I'll advise that you do what it takes, to take your position right now in data science, because it's worth it. I must tell you that.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Africa, and usually the politicians are always talking about job creation. So what sort of field do you have for the employment space? Do you think there's a lot of demand there for data scientists, data analytics, machine learning engineers?
Yes, I must tell you that there are a lot of openings. It might not be directly based in Africa here. African companies are waking up to that reality of the need for data science, especially I say in some of the financial aspect of it. Banks are employing data analysts now, and some other organizations. But the most important thing is if you entrench your skills, there are remote roles.
Okay. Yeah.
There are a lot of remote
even
roles.
COVID is also, letting this space.
Yes.
Take another.
There are people from North America, from South America, from some organizations remote. They actually create specific positions for remote data scientists. So there are roles. Believe me, there are a lot of opportunities. Just get your skills done. You might get jobs here in Africa, but even if you don't get, be sure to get something out there.
Okay. So I'm going to be asking my final question. We're almost an hour into the call. So after my final question, then you can share any final words you have for us and how else we can reach you. So the final question is, what you talked about you taking a master's even in financial engineering, not necessarily business analytics or machine learning engineering or something like that. But what advice do you have for certifications or advanced degrees? Like, how should people take a look at that?
Yeah, so financial engineering is basically the application of data science and machine learning to the financial markets. So it's like you become a data scientist before you even become a financial engineer, because we do that. No, it's part of it basically, right? Okay. So, but after that, I went ahead to entrench my data science skills. I took certifications. I don't know if you guys have heard of the World Quant University. It's an open source.
I've seen, and I believe they even have some modules for data science courses as well. Like just
perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. So I will advise everyone that is interested to take those data science modules. They are kind of intense, but you have to do your homework before you are able to pass it. So those ones are very good way of launching you into data science. I had several certifications. I did some Coursera certifications too. I did artificial intelligence courses, and
that seems very interesting. You don't necessarily need, a brick and mortar institution, advanced learning institution, go sit in the classroom and all that. You can do some of these things from wherever you are.
Perfect. Yeah, that is exactly what it is. So I didn't go to I did my master's I did my first degree in economics, second degree in applied economics, then my third degree in financial engineering. Mm-hmm. That was where I actually got introduced to data science. So from there I picked it up, right? So I started doing one course or the other. As a matter of fact, you can't resist it. I can't. I was doing two programs at the same time because you just can't resist it. So if you see anyone that you get, Coursera, a lot of platform, data, what do you call it again? Data Camp, Udacity, So if you see some, at times they have free ones that even give you certificates. Other times you just do, what do you call it? You just do the course without a certificate because you didn't pay for it. It's part of it too.
Yeah. Just to get the skills, that's important. And like you can just build your portfolio with those skills you get.
Yes, perfectly. Because you will learn everything. Everything is available to you. Just that you will not be given a certificate.
So exactly. He mentioned the World Quant University. So if you want more information about that, visit wqu.org. There's more information about that. I believe they have a master's and also some data science courses. So Mr. Benjamin, we really appreciate the time you spent with us. We are so grateful and thank you for giving us your time and imparting with us the knowledge that you shared. Any final words? How can we reach you?
Yes, thank you very much, Jake. My final words is I'm always available to help because I see helping as a way of improving myself, and also I believe that the need for data scientists is growing, and I myself at the point I think I might be needing you know, assistance too. You know, I might be needing one or two guys to like come up together and like have a kind of a team, right? So definitely reach out. And my I'm on LinkedIn, so you can join. I will share my LinkedIn profile. I'm on LinkedIn. I think that's one of the professional.
The biggest professional network.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. And also, you can reach out to me. Ahmed has my LinkedIn, my colleague in the office. So you can get me through Ahmed. Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, we will also take all the resources and then we will share this video online at another time. So like you said, sharing and engaging is also another way of actually learning the materials that you come across. So yeah, do not forget to join us on Meetup. So yeah, go to meetup.org and find us there, Pi Data Ghana. That's where you find our meetups that we're putting up. You can also follow us on Twitter at Pi Data Ghana. Thank you all so much for coming and you're sharing your thoughts and your questions. We appreciate you all just as much. We also appreciate the speaker. Thank everyone for coming, and do expect a mail from us. And also don't forget to engage. So to really actively engage with us via Slack, it's bit.ly/Pi Data Ghana on Slack. So until our next meeting, bye for now. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you all, everyone. God bless you.